We're
I might have
back.
to go poop.
We're back. Sorry about the technical difficulty there. It wouldn't be the Duder podcast if there weren't technical difficulties. But no, I was researching Mr. Football Ohio, and I saw that Mitch Trubisky was from Mentor. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was from Ohio.
Take it. Look at the fucking camera, Tara.
Somebody tell Keegan that I could use some toilet paper. Bring that shirt over.
I'm writing down my picks.
He said,
"Oh, you're like you're
said
making."
he could use some toilet paper, so bring that shirt over.
Oh, haha, you're funny.
Hey, John
"Haha,
Lester.
you're funny."
John Lester just signed with the Nationals.
Did he really?
Yeah, I just got a notification.
Wow. What are you drinking? Kahlua and cream.
No, that is about half a glass of milk with ice and a little splash of coffee and chocolate syrup.
Why do you lie on every podcast?
That's what it is, dude. I got the fucking ingredients right over there.
You got cuss.
It tastes a lot like
churchy.
It tastes a lot like a PBR coffee.
He's cussing because there's some Baileys
Does
in there too.
Yeah. Tastes a lot like them PBR coffees, but not as good. No, that Amanda Lee coffee place moved to Sherwood, and I got I got an iced latte on Saturday morning. Best thing ever, but my piss smells awful.
You really smell your pee?
I don't get down there and smell it, but I'm not the tallest guy in the world. I can smell the aroma coming from the toilet.
He sits down to pee. That's why
Then I wouldn't be able to smell it because my fat ass would cover it up. See? Anyway, did you guys watch the NFL playoffs yesterday?
Yes.
And yeah, yesterday.
A little bit, yes.
What do you think? Thoughts?
I think the Chiefs pulled one out of their buttholes.
Very much.
I wish the Browns would have won, but you know what? I think the Bills and Chiefs will be a good ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, Josh Allen rolls and takes him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I got to give major props to our quarterback, Josh Allen, because he played well. Who'd they play? Did they play Saturday? Or were all the games on Sunday?
Two Saturday, two Sunday.
Saturday night.
Yeah, they played
They never
Saturday.
won the Super Bowl.
Who'd they play?
They were in it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Who?
Who'd Buffalo
Bills?
play? Yeah.
Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
The Ravens.
And we talked a lot about those two teams last week and that they were teams that were playing really well and could do something. The NFC, what do we got? We got
Packers.
Brady against Aaron Rodgers.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you think Tampa's got a chance?
I hope so.
Two of the most hated quarterbacks in the NFL.
Most definitely.
Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
Most definitely. You guys got any Super Bowl picks?
I don't think the Bucks have anything for the Packers. Packers are good. I hate it, but they're good.
Yeah.
It'll be Packers, Chiefs. As much as I want the Bills, I don't think they're there yet.
That's what I was thinking too.
That was a good one, Teak. Way to copy off me.
Okay, well, I'll go opposite of you guys. I'm going to take Tampa, and I'm going to take Buffalo.
Scro thinks that since he was the one person that got it right last week with Alabama, he's just going to go opposite from now on.
I hope they do. I hope
not always.
I hope
but
I hope so too.
My first ever coat that I ever had was a Buffalo Bills coat. I think Mom and Dad must have bought it on clearance at the bargain box.
Isn't everything on clearance at the bargain box?
Well, this was special.
This is a super
Special.
bargain.
Your dad
Excellent,
bought you
super.
a Bill. How old were you when you had a Bills jacket?
See, I like O.J. Simpson.
Of course you did.
O.J. and Sweetness for my boys. And Dad liked the L.A. Rams, so he tried
Yeah.
to get me to like the Eric Dickerson.
When
I
did
got it.
When did you guys become Bears fans?
Always.
Well, the Bears were always on channel CBS. That'll be good. Say hi, Scroat. Hi,
I'm
Keith.
good.
Hi.
Hi, Aunt Ziggy.
Hi. That's the best giggle I've ever heard.
He's full of a lot of vinegar tonight. But no, we were Bears fans because CBS carried them all the time. Then my Aunt Yvonne and Uncle Vern, they moved to from Iowa to Indiana, and I don't think they ever took us to any games, but we went to a lot of Cubs games with them. Then we just started liking the Cubs and the Bears, and the Bulls were terrible then. Blackhawks were even worse. So that's how I became a Chicago fan. O.J. Simpson decided to kill his wife, and the glove didn't fit. So I was
Allegedly.
like, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Johnny Cockring.
No, I've been rooting for the Bills here, obviously, because Josh Allen was our quarterback on the Fighting Dongers.
I love Josh Allen. I love him.
But my college roommate and loyal listener, Andrew Young, is a Buffalo Bills fan. Lives in the heart of Browns country in Medina, and he's a Bills fan. So go Bills. And here's the thing. You got Tampa coming up to Green Bay. The weather's probably going to be shitty, but Tommy Brady has been playing in that shit for a long time. So I don't think it's going to affect him the way it would have affected, I don't know, Breeze or anybody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, but
So,
play indoors half the year.
Exactly. So, yeah. All right. So we don't have to take a break yet because we got to start over. So our Zoom time started over. So that's going to do it for our regular content for the week. Now that wraps up college football. So now this is where the hard work begins. And this is where I'm glad where I've got the B-Dets because they're always willing to help me come up with things to talk about. And that's what's hard that's what she said, between now and who knows what we're going to talk about in May. I mean, will we talk about baseball? Will baseball even be here? Either way. We're going to skip over to Scroty's mailbag. Cue the mailbag. Scroty's mailbag. This week's mailbag comes from Shepdog. Shepdog, fresh off a trip to Sky Zone. I'm still a little pissed I didn't see any videos of the Shep doing any flips, but either way.
Hey, you gotta tell me about your new Face Place friend request that you got from your comment on Sky Zone
What the fuck
or
is
Facebook. Facebook, I mean. Whoops.
Oh
Yeah,
so I commented on Shep's pictures that he took of his kids. No pictures of him. But no more than 3 seconds later I get a friend request from Andy Berg. So
you should have denied it.
Why? He seems like a nice guy.
He's probably looking in your window right behind you right now.
It's either him or Trent. Could be worse, I guess. So Shepdog emails us this week. Hey, Duders. Good to have you guys and gal back on the air after a little break. We didn't take that much of a break, did we? We just took a week off. Anyway.
Yeah, kind of.
And I printed this off in my email. All I can see are Shep's tears on here because the Buckeyes got beat. But he's looking forward to college football next year already. He's got a quick question for the Duders and Dudette. Who is your all-time favorite WWF, WWE wrestler? Elvis, who's yours?
Now, all-time favorite, Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Really?
Yeah.
I never took you as a Piper man.
Yeah, I
He
like
was the
him.
best. He was hilarious.
You know, I look back and if I watch something from an old, he was over the top,
Oh, yeah.
terrible. I mean, none of it would be able to even play on TV now. But
Was it WrestleMania 1 when he did or WrestleMania 2 when he did the boxing match with Mr. T?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Teak, who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
George the Animal Steel.
I figured that.
You know what? If you watch an old interview of George Animal Steel, he sounds pretty close to Grandpa Lee. His voice does. I watch him and I'm just like, that's all I could think of. I was like, oh my gosh, he sounds just like him.
There's something about him that always reminded me of Grandpa Lee. So maybe, I don't know if I've
Maybe
ever.
the hairiness.
The green tongue?
Yeah,
Did Grandpa Lee like to chew on turnbuckles?
Yes.
he might have.
Well, mine was Brutus Beefcake.
That's a good one. I liked him too.
I liked Brutus before he was the barber, when he was the barber. Yeah, I was a Brutus Beefcake fan. But see, here's the thing, because as time evolved, I was a huge NWO fan. Loved him. I thought everything about him was great. But then when WCW started sucking a little bit, and I moved back over to WWF, there was DX.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I went to one of them stupid ass stores in the Fort Wayne Mall that sells wrestling shit. I bought a DX necklace. No shit. And I wore it one summer with my shirt off. So it had like a DX tan right there. It was really fucking cool.
See, I'm kind of with you. Like the old school, I like them. Then the new age, like the new age outlaws. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
The Road Dogg. I get laughing.
Badass Billy Gunn.
Badass Billy Gunn.
That's where I stole the intro to this podcast from, by the way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I always liked The Rock was probably the most charismatic one ever. But when you get the classic Stone Cold, I mean,
oh yeah,
beers. I mean, shit. Bodie and I would watch Raw in our apartment in Toledo, and we would have 45 beer cans around us in the first 20 minutes because we're knocking them together and chugging them down as fast as we can. Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
Shep, he goes on with another question. If the Duders were to have a Royal Rumble, who would come out with the belt? I think the easy answer to this is easy answer to a question would be who wouldn't. That would be me. I don't know. Elvis is kind of a cheater, so he'd come in with all kinds of chairs and shit.
Yeah, he'd have something hiding in the turnbuckle or something.
Because the Dougs are in too good a shape. I mean, they'd have to draw number 1 and number 2, so they start off first. Their endurance is probably better.
Now, would we be staying in the ring?
So it wouldn't be. He says a Royal Rumble, not a traditional. What they call
Royal Rumble.
What they call
get beat.
Over the top battle.
Yeah. I'd take both them fucking Dougs right by the throat and throw them over the top.
But Elvis, what if you were Drew number 1 or number 2 and you had to be in the ring and they wore you down?
Oh, Doug Billman's like 127 pounds.
I'm just saying.
Rakes is like 150. Hell, I'd flip them upside down, pound stand both their asses, and throw them right over that.
So are you saying that it would come down to between the two of you and Curtis?
The Rooney Poo ass. Yes, it would.
I feel bad because I don't feel like we ever give Shep a straight answer. We kind of pussyfoot around it, but
Except that I would win because I bite.
Ah, wait, chill out on the talking again.
The only way I could or scratch.
Well, see, what would happen would be kind of like when you fell off the couch and Dad beat my ass because you dislocated your shoulder or whatever. For if I'd touch you in the ring, Dad would be coming from the.
Yeah.
From
Dad
the,
would be. You hear like it'd be like when Stone Cold entered.
Yeah, he come from the handicap seats in the front row, jump over the top, and then he'd pull a hammy, jumping up into the ring.
I can see Lummox running from backstage all the way down, Ultimate Warrior style,
Yeah,
shaking the ropes, and then kicking your ass.
But I have my counterpart right here.
No, you got the.
He'd trip him. He'd totally trip him. Or he'd hit him in the horn.
Who's your
That'd
guys?
be over.
Who's your guys' favorite manager / valet?
Bobby the Brain Heenan, by far.
Yeah, he's such a weasel.
Or one of my other favorites, Slick.
The Doctor of Style.
The Doctor of Style.
Oh, gosh. Well, thanks, Shep, for bringing that up to us, man. That was pretty sweet. You know, we talk a little professional.
What you doing? Doing the dishes there?
No, I was having a rub.
Gross.
You always ask me what I'm doing.
The people on the podcast.
I heard some skin smacking, and I wasn't sure.
No, not that skin. I gotta take a
like
pill. I gotta take a pill anymore to do that.
Every day in the shower.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
This is why I hate that we've went to video, because now every time I'm doing something that isn't staring directly at the camera, Elvis asks, Wait, what are you doing back here?
What are you doing?
What are you drinking?
You guys making food back here? He gave us a trivia question too, which he stole this from Faceplace. He's going to give you a 50% chance, true or false, Elvis. In his 10th career at bat, Ichiro singled to center, raising his career batting average to 300. It never again fell below that mark. True or false?
True.
It is true. He stole that
false.
from Facebook. I just saw it on
True.
Facebook the other day. It's true.
True.
Looking forward to another stellar episode. Intensity in 10 Cities. What's up?
Would somebody please give me a difficult trivia question? I mean, seriously.
Well, if you're going to be a dick about it.
Yeah, and those are. Thanks, Shep. You're wonderful. True and false.
Let's do one with math.
I was about 40% in school with true and false, so that's pretty good for me.
What, 40% of the time Tom Metz had the correct answer for you?
Those tests he wouldn't let me cheat off of them on.
Speaking of, here's your manager.
There he is. Oh.
The Doctor of Style, Tate Bailey.
Yeah. Oh, Tate's puking.
All right. So thanks, Shep. Appreciate you reaching out to us every week. Most every week you do. So hey, while we've got time here, it's time for the Duder Podcast TV show theme song tournament. 64 TV shows, 64 theme songs put into a bracket. I tweeted out the brackets yesterday. Tara also put some stuff on Instagram, pictures of them on Instagram. If you're wondering why there's 4 brackets, it's because of the way the company that I use to do my brackets, they wanted me to seed them 1 through 64. And it looked stupid. I didn't like the way it looked. So I just did 4 different 16-team brackets. Each bracket is named after a character of a show that didn't make it because their song was a regular song, not a theme song specifically for that. So we've got the Bundy, the Al Bundy division, the Joey Tribbiani division, the Gil Grissom division,
Oh.
and the Chandler Bang division. So it ended up being Cheers ended up being the number 1 overall seed. The 64th seed was
Gunsmoke.
Batman. So if that tells you what we've got in between here. So there were some shows that didn't make the cut, either because I forgot about them, or we all forgot about them, or they just didn't make the cut, such as Mr. Belvedere.
Sorry,
Jenny. So shall we go ahead and get started? The way this is going to work, the first round, since we didn't get it tweeted out and get any listener input on this, it's going to come down to a vote between the 3 of us. Majority rules. Okay?
So 1 out of 3. Is that right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, Elvis.
Okay.
Sure. I do have the Bluetooth ready to go in case Elvis doesn't know the song. I can play it. I listened to several of them today just to kind of get the feel. But so we'll get started off. We're going to start in the Bundy bracket. The number 1 overall seed, Cheers, goes up against Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh my
It's
God.
so sad to see Unsolved Mysteries and Cheers together.
I had to listen because I don't remember. I never watched Unsolved Mysteries, so I don't
It is amazing.
watch scary shows.
Play the theme music. Me neither, but play that theme music.
Yeah,
for
Elvis
Unsolved.
isn't going to sleep
For
tonight.
people that don't know,
I think I have it on my
That's-
phone.
it's probably the worst freaking music you ever hear.
And by worst, he means best.
Can you guys hear that?
We could at first.
This just screams scary.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm going to get kidnapped about right now.
You are.
Yeah,
Could you guys hear that okay?
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like that hairy guy from the forest is chasing after me.
Not the hairy guy from the forest.
Which
I'm,
reminds
go-
me, I went to
I'm
Dollar
going
General today.
Cheers.
I went to Dollar General today, and I got myself a Jack Link's Slim Jim.
I'm going Cheers. I can't have Unsolved Mysteries on.
Yeah, I know. I'm scared already. I'm taking Cheers too. Tara, I know it doesn't matter, but what's your pick?
Yeah. Then I'm going with Unsolved Mysteries because it doesn't matter.
Cheers, beers. All right. In the 8-9 matchup, we have Doogie Howser up against Barney Miller. You remember both of these, Elvis?
Yeah, Barney Miller. That's what I'm going with.
Dude, Barney Miller had a sweet bass line at the beginning.
I don't remember that one.
Yes.
Elvis sing it for me.
There's no words.
I don't know it.
Here it is.
Yeah, it's just all
Wait,
music.
hang on, there's an ad first.
Customize and save with Liberty
Oh,
Mutual.
stupid. There you go.
Okay.
Sounds like porn music. Not that I know what that means, but Doogie Howser also had a little bit of that 90s computer nerd music to it.
Yeah.
What's your picks here?
Like Barney.
Barney Miller.
Barney Miller goes on. I love that. I love that jam. All right, next up, Hawaii 5-0 versus Parks and Recreation in the 4-13 matchup.
Oh, God. I know what you guys are going to pick. I'm going Hawaii 5-0 because that's Tate's favorite show, and he will bite your balls off if you don't pick it.
Well, I'm not coming over anytime soon, and Tara's good in that department, so. Teak, what are you taking?
I forget how Hawaii 5-0 goes. Elvis, sing it for me.
Dun. Da, da, da,
Dun,
da.
dun, dun,
That's so
dun.
classic though. But
Dun,
is
dun,
it
dun,
classic because it's just old?
dun. Hey, by the way, YouTube listeners or watchers, and my freaking daughter's playing the Unsolved Mystery song in the living room right now.
You picked this song to be in the tournament.
It was awesome. It's awesome.
That's because everybody knows I hate it.
Mom told me to.
He's gonna be sweating.
You'll be sweating his
I
nose
am.
off.
I'm
Hey, let me
going-
ask you:
I'm going
does
Hawaii
the new
5-0.
does the new Hawaii 5-0 and the old Hawaii 5-0 do they have the same song?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is it just remastered into more of a
Yes.
rap beat? Dun,
No, it's the same.
dun, 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 dun. Cool.
Nope.
All right, Elvis went with Hawaii 5-0. Tara.
Gosh, I don't know which to choose.
I don't even know Parks and Rec. What is that TV show?
Yeah, it is.
I think
Apparently,
I'm gonna
like,
go
Only like the
Hawaii
second
5-0.
You
I
better
don't
do
know.
that for your nephew.
I
I'll
love
bite
Parks
your-
and Rec, but
I don't care for the
Wow.
song. I like the show a lot. I used to
yeah,
skip
that's the thing is the theme song is okay, but the Hawaii 5-0
Oh.
one is just so
Iconic.
iconic. Totally.
Thank you.
The Hawaii 5-0 moves on to face the winner in the 5-12 matchup, Andy Griffith versus Love Boat.
Is Andy Griffith the whistling one?
Yeah.
Okay. I love how cheesy Love Boat is, but Andy Griffith is just so you can't, you have to know it's that show.
You wouldn't be allowed back in mom and dad's house if you
Yeah.
picked anything other than that.
I've heard it 9 billion times in my life.
Andy Griffith it is?
Yeah.
Cool. Next up, the number 2 seed in the Al Bundy division, Saved by the Bell, goes up against the 15 seed Roseanne. Is this even a contest?
By the
Saved by the
Bell.
Bell.
Saved by the Bell, clean sweep. Did either of you watch the reboot?
No.
Roseanne or Saved by the Bell?
Saved by the Bell.
No.
It's okay. I think I talked about it.
Did it get better?
It got bad, then it got better, then it got really bad, and then there was an episode where everybody except Screech was on it. It was okay. I'll say that. It was good, but I mean, I like the theme song to it. They kind of changed the. It's got some of the same words, but they changed the beat. It's a little more contemporary. Next up, Dallas in the 7 seed against the Courtship of Eddie's Father.
What is the Courtship of Eddie's Father?
You don't know that one?
No.
People, let me tell you about my best friend.
Oh, that was what was the name of that show?
Courtship of Eddie's Father.
How
It wasn't
much fun? I don't care.
No,
I'm going
that
with
was something
Dallas. I don't.
I'm going
I hate that
with
other
The
song.
Courtship of Let me tell you about, because it was a dad and a son
Yeah,
walking
that's
on
the
the
Courtship
beach,
of Eddie's
wasn't it?
Father. He's
And he
thinking-
had a heck of
That's
a
what the-
bowl cut.
That's what the name of that TV show was, huh? I used to watch it. That's what I like. I don't even know what Dallas is.
Dallas was the show. We always watch show.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
I'm going with
That's
Dallas.
I'm going with Eddie's vet or whatever it was. Courtship.
Here you go.
Yellow Lead better. Pass.
I'm going with that one. Screw it, your tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker, Dallas.
Yes.
Dallas.
Thank God.
Watched that show so much as a kid.
So much.
It was my first love when it came to soap operas.
Do you remember when that one dude died and they brought him back the next season?
We were like 4.
JR.
We were like
No.
5 when it happened. So
Who
yeah, I
shot
remember.
JR? It was like the biggest deal show. I mean, it was such a big
I
deal.
didn't realize how like I watched some show about the 80s, and I think it was one of those ones that Rob Lowe narrates on CNN or some shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that JR getting shot thing was like in 1980. So when,
Yeah,
when Bobby Ewing died and it was all just a dream, it was like
Yeah.
1984 or some shit. So we would have been like 6 years old watching Dallas.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the 3
Is that how you became a Cowboys fan?
No, that is not how I became a Cowboys fan. Although I can understand. Jeopardy, the 3 seed, goes up against Scrubs, the 14 seed.
I'm gonna have to go with Alex Trebek on this one. R.I.P.
Can we get that in can we get in the form of an answer or
What
question?
What is Jeopardy?
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy goes on. And the last matchup in the Al Bundy division, and then we're going to probably have to, we got 7.5 minutes. We're good. We have Magnum PI in the 6th seed against the Sopranos in the 11th seed.
Magnum's that low.
Yeah.
6th seed. Well, I'm going Magnum PI. Tate's second most favorite show.
Screw it. What are you going with?
I'm going to make it interesting. I'm going Sopranos.
Well, too bad because it's Magnum PI.
I figured.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch The Sopranos.
I never have either.
Never had whatever channel it was on.
That was on like HBO, so we never got it.
Yeah, we weren't rich.
Privileged.
I had a
Yeah.
30-day free trial of HBO Max, and
Oh.
I watched all The Sopranos. I watched Eastbound and Down, and I watched the Righteous Gemstones.
I watched Veep when I had it, but I didn't realize it was just for like a month, and I was sad because I didn't watch the whole thing.
I started watching Veep. I got through the first episode, and then Kurt called me. He's like, "You got to watch Righteous Gemstones. It's a great show." And so I did because it's got
That was with Adam Sandler, wasn't it?
no, the guy from Eastbound and Down, Danny McBride.
Oh,
Oh, you're thinking of that
Oh,
movie,
he lost.
Elvis.
on Netflix.
On
Yeah.
Netflix.
You guys lost me.
We probably did. All right, we're going to move on to the Joey Tribbiani division here. The number 1 seed is the Jeffersons going up against the 16 seed Charlie Brown.
How does the Jeffersons go?
Yeah, we're moving on up.
Oh, okay.
Moving on up
To the east side.
to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
And then the Charlie Brown is just do 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 do.
Do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do,
Oh man,
do-do.
this is a hard one.
I'm going Charlie Brown.
Wow, I'm going Jeffersons.
Upset.
I'm going
Upset.
Jeffersons.
Upset. Campbell's.
I'm gonna go with Jeffersons.
Oh,
Sorry.
the Jeffersons survive.
Tatum. Aunt Tiki she didn't pick Charlie Brown. Oh.
He cares.
He acts like he almost gives a shit.
He said he doesn't. After that decision, he doesn't feel so good.
All right, in the 8-9 matchup, we have a couple of iconic tunes. We have WKRP in Cincinnati versus Different Strokes.
Ooh.
The only thing I remember about WKRP is the last part.
Most of us, that's the only one we remember, yeah.
I'm gonna go Different Strokes because that was one of my favorite shows as a kid. What you talking about, Willie? Did I look like him?
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. You're like you could pass for Gary Coleman, the white Gary Coleman.
I thought it was Gary Coleman.
that Tate could be Gary Coleman.
It could be.
Same size.
Yeah.
I'm going with Different Strokes too.
Yeah, me too. That's
They're
our first
different
upset.
folks.
That's our first higher seed to go down or to win. Sorry.
Was that a 12-5 matchup?
No, it was 8-9.
Oh, okay.
In the 4-13 matchup, we have the Beverly Hillbillies versus Good Times. Now, remember,
Beverly
folks, this isn't the
Hillbillies.
show. It's the song, the theme song.
Beverly Hillbillies.
How does the Beverly Hillbillies go?
Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's
And
a
them
move.
little man.
Said, Jed, move away from there.
I love making you guys sing.
Said California's the place you ought to be, so move them up and move to Beverly.
Hills.
I think
that
I
is.
like Beverly
Black
Hillbillies.
gold. Black gold.
Texas tea. Oh my! I knew it.
Whoa.
So,
Good times. Good times is a good one though too.
oh, it was good.
The
That was
Hillbillies.
tough.
The Hillbillies are moving on.
All right.
Next up, MASH, the 5 seed versus the NBA on NBC, which, by the way, is now being used by Fox College Basketball, which pissed me off.
Oh man.
I'm going. I
No.
didn't like anything about MASH, the show, the song, nothing. So I go with. I'm going with the NBA on NBC.
I'm gonna go MASH.
Ooh, doggy.
Roll your eyes. It'll stay like that.
I hated the show, but I feel like it was such a good song. So I'm gonna go with MASH.
God damn
Although I'd rather watch the NBA on NBC any day.
you. Okay. We'll do the line. We got time to squeeze these two in. The Fresh Prince, the 2 seed versus X-Files. In the
Fresh
15.
Prince.
Yeah, Fresh Prince.
Dang it!
That's what you get, Tara.
What's X? I don't even never. X Files is a TV show.
Yep.
Oh, that was a good one.
You guys hear that?
Yes, we've heard all of them.
Okay, we got a minute. A-Team, the 7 seed versus number 10, Malcolm in the Middle.
A-Team.
You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. That's Malcolm.
A-Team for me.
A-Team.
A-Team wins it.
A-Team.
All right. We are going to have to take a little bit of a break here because Zoom said so. Not that we want to. We'll come back. We'll finish this up and we'll call tonight. You've been listening to the Duder Podcast.